Yep.
All right. Good morning. Running a little behind today. You can see my bed head. How's everybody doing? Feel free to say hi or let me know your requests in the chat. Probably going to get going pretty quick here, so let me know if you got any requests. Get them in there quick. I'm going to plug my music directly into my head so that you can't hear it and YouTube doesn't kick me off. Hey, Austin. Always fun seeing the repeat people come on here. Elizabeth says digestion. Okay. Hey, Tina in Ohio. Stomach and spleen as well. Okay, we got a theme. Digestion, stomach, spleen. Excellent. Well, that sounds good enough for today. Let me see. My light not bright enough or something? I don't know why my lighting looks so weird today. Anyways. Let's get moving. Let's see. Good evening, Janet in the UK. Balance. Yeah, we can do balance. All right, find yourself a little space. Let's just jump right in today, knocking on the door of life. Turn from your hips and waist, let your hands knock across your belly, waist, and lower back. And start to find your breath. Keep it going. If you don't have music playing on your end, you might like to get that going. Bring it up to the chest. Knock just below your collarbone. And over the shoulder. Oh yeah, so much better with music. Back to the chest. Lower abdomen. Let's relax into water waves. It's basically the same motion. We just slow it down a little, stop hitting the body, and just sort of comb through the air with the fingers. And take a few deep, slow nasal breaths. Let's use this to get ourselves present in our bodies, present with our breath. Feel the air through your fingers. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel some deep, slow breaths. Slow it down, relax. Very nice. We've been finding some 8 brocades for our warm-up. So if you've never heard of the 8 brocades, you should have heard of it if you're into Qigong, because it is the most sort of famous Qigong set. It comes with 8 movements, each to sort of stimulate different meridians and organs and whatnot. So the first one, sometimes called Upholding the Sky, we're going to interlace our fingers here. I'm going to reach the hands up and press and stretch overhead. Stretch up real tall, lengthen your waist. And the hands go out to the sides, floating down and interlace at the bottom again. We'll do this with breath. So nice inhale, press up, stretch. This one we're going to look up at the hands and exhale out the mouth as we go out and down. In through the nose. Stretch, hold, look up. And then out the mouth of the side as we come down. In through the nose. Out the mouth. Feel free to go at my pace or a different pace if something works better for you. Good. Next one. We're going to press the hands away from each other. It's called separating heaven and earth. So the hands are going to press up and down. Now, on this one, we're going to find a little stretch over to the left, let's say. So left hand's down. We stretch to the left. We come back to the center. Float the hands up and down. So we press up and over. Always leaning to the side of the lower hand. So that the hand that's pressing up is lengthening the waist. That's a nice active press through the hand there. So if you've ever done the 8 brocades, you're going to notice that every set is a little different. So you might have done some variation on this motion at some point. So let's use our breath. We're actually going to inhale here as we're stretching, and exhale as we relax through the center. Inhale, stretch over. Exhale, relax through the center. One more each side. To the center. Bring it down, relax. Very nice. We're going to step it out for the bow and arrow, or drawing the bow and arrow. Not our bow and arrow stance. We're in horse stance, which means the toes are roughly pointed forward. So that's kind of the goal. If it hurts your knees to sink into it like that, they can be turned a little bit out. Try to keep them forward if you can. We're going to sink down until legs and hips feel like a arch bridge, meaning it feels like one continuous curve from the feet up into the keystone sort of the pelvis. We're going to cross the wrists and draw one fist back as the palm of the other hand goes out. And we're going to think of it here like the palm and the elbow are drawing away from each other as far as they can. So you can find a little stretch across upper body. We're going to bring it back in, cross, and draw to the other side. Elbow and palm pressing away from each other. Into the center, and draw. On this variation, we're going to keep our legs just stationary in horse stance, holding this horse stance. We're going to inhale through the center and exhale as we draw the bow. One more each side. Feel those legs working. Upper body opening. Come to the center. Press yourself up. Shake it out a bit. Very nice. All right, next one. We're going to do the owl spreads its feathers. Or sorry, owl turns its head, which starts with the feathers spreading. So you're going to start with a chi ball at your lower dantian area. You're going to open up the hands so the palms face outwards, the thumbs point behind you, and the fingers pull down. Then we're going to turn the head as far as it'll go with the chin going over the shoulder. The idea here is we're trying to think of the chin as pulling this stretch up the bicep, up the front of the shoulder, into the side of the neck, into the jaw. So think of the thumb and the chin like they're working away from each other. Relax back to the center, find a chi ball. And open up again. Palms turn out, thumbs turn back, fingers pull down. Lift your chest, lift the crown of your head, and then turn the chin over the shoulder. Pulling that stretch up into the neck and shoulder. And relax to the center. So we'll do this with breath. So we're going to inhale, open the feathers, and turn the head at the same time. Exhale back to the center with the chi ball. Inhale, open, stretch, turn the head. Exhale back to the center. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. A few more nice deep breaths here. Nice one to calm the nervous system as we stretch. Nice and slow. And on this last one, we're just going to hold the stretch on each side. So just open up to one side and hold for a couple breaths. Back to the center. And on the other side. To the center. Relax, shake it out. Very nice. All right, next one's called the dog wags its tail to release excess heart fire. Wow, that's a big one. So this one's actually to open up and strengthen the kidney chi, which is sort of your water element organ. The water of the kidneys calms the excess fire of the heart, fire being sort of your emotional energy. So on this one, we're going to use the heart sound or the heart breath, which is really just a sigh. You're just breathing out your mouth like you're saying ha, but maybe in a whisper. So we'll just do that on our exhales as we sort of open up the kidney area. So we're going to take our legs back to horse stance. That's about twice your shoulders width. We're going to bend the knees. Bring the hands on the thighs near the hips so that the fingers are towards the front of the thigh and the thumbs kind of wrap the back a little bit. We're going to use this as leverage to open the waist. So we're going to turn to one side from our waist, drop the chest down towards the thigh, and then sweep over to the other side until the chest is over the thigh. Now, as we come here, what wants to happen is this leg wants to follow us in. We're going to keep pressing it out. And that's what's going to create the opening and stretch at the waist. So we come up from there. So we're just going to keep alternating. Turn towards one side, come down, sweep across. Don't let the knee follow you in. And then come up. All the movement comes from the waist. The legs don't even move the littlest bit here. The We stay centered between the legs, even between the feet. I'll add our breath here. Nice inhale as we come up. Exhale out the mouth as we go down. So we're breathing fire out of the heart. Inhale up. Sighing breath to come down. That's our last one. Come up. Step it back in. Shake it out. Let's pause after that one. Just take a nice deep breath. Okay. Next one, called punching with an angry gaze. So another one with a lot of variations. Really fun one today. So this one is to release stagnant chi from the liver. Anger is often the emotion that lives in the liver, and often unexpressed or repressed anger becomes especially stagnant. So we're going to do one that's meant to clear out unexpressed anger or frustration, or you can just think of it as getting rid of stress if you're not don't feel like you're full of anger or something. But we do this, they say punch it with an angry gaze because you're gazing very intently at a point straight ahead of you. This is because the liver chi and meridian goes to the eyes, so it connects to our vision, both our physical vision of our eyes, but also our sort of spiritual vision, metaphorical vision of our future and things like that. So we're going to look straight ahead. We're going to pull our fist back into a chambered position by the ribs. The feet are right under the shoulders. And we're just going to start this really slow. We're going to punch out from the shoulders and pull back. So that's like the basic arm motion. You're going to punch forward and pull back. So it's just a double punch. Now, as we punch, what we're going to do with the rest of the body is we're going to drop the tailbone and drop the chest. So that as we punch, it's like the ribs are falling down onto the organs below the ribs, onto the organs below. So the organs of your belly here, like the liver that lives under the ribs especially, we're thinking of the ribs just dropping onto the liver. And we do this at the same time as the punch. So you feel a whip go out through the body, and as soon as the hands sort of stop in that whip, at the same time, the rib cage hits the liver, bounces off of it. We do it with our breath. Inhale back, exhale. Just blow it out the mouth to start. Gaze intently at a point ahead of you once you don't need to look at me necessarily. And we're going to do it with a yell. If you don't have people in your house, you don't want to freak out. You can just keep blowing the breath out if you want. But if you want, join me in the yelling, "Hey! Hey!" So the sound percusses, "Hey!" with the diaphragm at the same time as the fists and rib cage all percuss the liver. "Hey! Hey!" It should feel almost as though you're about to wind yourself. "Hey! Hey! 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 One more time. Hey! I'll pull it down, relax. Very nice. Okay, next one we use a little brushing, another one for the kidney or water channels. So we're going to start with the hands over the low back. This one we're going to brush down the back of the legs. You're going to bend your knees. Let yourself just relax as you come down like you're pouring water down the back of the legs. Then we come around the feet and brush gently up the inside of the legs, like mist or steam is rising up the legs. As we get to the belly, the hands are just going to float up towards the sky, like clouds are opening towards the sky. And then we're going to pause and pull back down slowly, like the clouds turn back into rain. And the rain just falls over and through the body, gentle, softening your whole body, and dripping off down to the earth. We'll do it again. Your hands to the low back, inhale. Exhale, pouring down the back of the legs. Inhale up the inside. Exhale, floating up. Inhale, drawing down. Pulling the rain from the clouds. And exhale, release it all to the earth. Drop the tension away. Inhale, low back. Exhale, brush down like water pours down the legs, carrying tension off to the earth. Like steam rises up through the body, nourishing and warming. Exhale, clouds rise to the sky. Inhale, rain falls from the clouds, passing through the body. Exhale, it falls through and off the body to the earth, carrying away your tension. Let's do one more. Inhale, low back. This one, so softening, so relaxing. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, float up. Inhale, draw down. Exhale, release. Very nice. Oh, that's our last one. Last one is called Release the Back 7 times to release 1,000 illnesses. So oftentimes 1,000 is just used as like, the biggest number you can conceptualize because it releases all the illnesses. So if you only have 1 or 2 illnesses, don't worry. This one still applies to you. So same stance to begin with, feet under the shoulders, knees soft. This one's going to start with just a sort of collapsing down. So just let your spine round. We're going to do a very soft forward fold. So the legs are bent. We're not trying to stretch the hamstrings. We're just letting the arms and the head hang. Just release the tension from the back. Then we're slowly going to roll ourselves back up. Think of sort of tucking the tailbone, stacking the spine. We're going to push the hips forward. Lean back. You can open the palms to the sky. Reach to the crown of your head so we're not collapsing completely. And then come back up to neutral. We're going to lift the heels and drop. Shake the back once. Let's do it 7 times. So you're going to round down, bend your knees, bend your hips, relax your back, neck and shoulders. And then tuck the tailbone, roll up, stack your spine. Hips forward, open the palms, reach up through the crown as you lean back. Keep that spine strong, long, and protected. Back to the center. Lift the heels. Out of the big sigh as we drop and shake. Let's do it again. Round down, relax, release tension. Roll up. So the breath doesn't have to do anything fancy. Just breathing naturally through this first part. The only part we really have to link the breath is for that drop at the end. So we're going to lift up and inhale and then sigh as we drop. Rounding down, number 4. We want to get to that full 1,000 illnesses. So what are we at now? 500 illnesses. That's a pretty good start. Open up the front of the body. Back to neutral. Inhale. Release. Number 5. Almost there. Roll it up. Push hips forward, reach for the crown, lean back, open the palm to neutral. Number 6, just 2 more. Release down to the earth. Roll your way up. Open the palms, open the front of the body. Neutral and release. Last one. Releasing the back, 7th time. Rolling up. Hips forward, open, reach through the crown. To the center. Very good. A little shake. All right. Let's give it a full body bounce. That completes our 8 brocades, our 7 shakes of the back. Do we have any other numbers in there? I think that was all. Shake, shake, shake. Release, relax. Layla says her absolute favorite is 1,000 illnesses. I don't know why you would like having that many illnesses, but that's a joke. Maybe a bad one. Shake, shake, shake. This is where I usually switch my music over from sort of more active music to more ambient for the flow. So we had a request for balance and digestion today. So I think it's about time we whipped out our bear form. Keep shaking. So the bear relates to the kidneys and the spleen, stomach areas. Some sighing breaths here. Feel free to lift your heels, knock the bones a little further. We can get rid of 1,001 illnesses, eh? I switch my lights over to the earthy color. So the bear, we divide into 2 parts. One, we do stationary in the bear stance. And the other, we do walking. So the walking part will be very good for your balance. I know we had a request for balance. All right, let's slow that down. Pause, feel your chi. Nice deep breath. You're going to step it out a little wider, almost a horse stance width, but not quite. Toes are pointed out 45 degrees. So that's when we kind of break that rule with the feet. Knees will bend. Again, legs like an arch bridge, so you don't want to come down so much. Feels like you want it to feel like their bones are stacked, reaching up towards that keystone of the pelvis. You're going to bring the hands up, about shoulder width with the hands. And we imagine that we're holding a log with the hands. So like your thumb scoops in the front of the log, fingers scoop at the back. This is our first posture for the bear, and we'll add the bear motion from here, which is going to start as just a little twist. We twist to one side from the waist and back to the center. We twist in the waist, back to the center. We just do this with breath. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. So again, all the twist is in the upper body, especially the waist. We're not twisting the legs. We're going to add the push here, the hand that goes back. It's just going to sort of extend the elbow like you're pushing against the wall behind you. And you come back to the center. So we turn and push with the back hand. Back to the center, like we're holding the log. Same breath. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Like the slow, steady, grounded nature of the bear. We bring in our earth and water elements into the body. Just another small change. Now instead of pushing back, we're going to press down. We have a little baby bear beside us. We're giving it a little pat on the head. Breathe slowly through your nose. One more each side. Bring the hands in. We're going to find our earth center here. That's the solar plexus area, the upper abdomen. Palms are going to wind up face up there. Fingers pointing towards each other, just a little space between them. And it's like you're supporting a chi ball at the solar plexus, like the hands are under a chi ball there. Keep our bear stance. First one's called the bear offers fruit. We just reach the hands out to the side and come back to that centered position. We turn and reach very gently. We're not leaning, we're not overreaching. Super, super gentle. Back to the center. We're going to turn, exhale, extend the arms. The hand that comes across your body is just going to be near the elbow. They don't have to come together. That winds up with you overreaching. Inhale, center. Exhale, offer fruit. Moving the chi through the earth center. This area nourishes the spleen, pancreas, and stomach. This area that strengthens the digestion. Imagine that we bring in golden yellow light into this region. So imagine like a golden sunrise or sunset. We're reaching out to gather the golden yellow light from the clouds. Bring it into the center where we form a ball of golden yellow light. This energy representing centeredness and balance. Inner balance. Bring it in, relax. Straighten up. Bring the feet in. We're going to learn our walking form. So actually feet under the shoulders. Let's first learn what we're going to do with the arms as we walk. So this last exercise is called the bear splits the log. So before we were holding the log, and now we're going to break the log. Ever seen a panda bear playing with bamboo, snapping it, or a bear flipping a log or a stick around and then snapping it? That's sort of the imagery here. So basically all it requires is one hand to press down, the other hand to press up. Palms are face up and down. And we only press as far as they'll go with the palms staying parallel to the earth. So if you try to go too far, you wind up with your fingers pointed towards the earth and sky. You want your fingers parallel to the earth. So to switch sides, what we do is we turn the palms like they're holding a ball. We roll the ball so the upper hand comes in towards the chest, the lower hand goes forward a bit. And so as we press up and down, the hand that's going up is forward of the body, and the hand that's going down is really close to the body. We turn the palms and reverse that. We sort of roll the ball for a second, and then we lose the ball as we press up and down. The hand going down is pressing right along the front of the body. The hand going up extended more in front. We turn the hands, roll the ball, press up and down. Turn the hands, roll the ball, press up and down. Inhale as we switch, and exhale as we push. Inhale as we switch, exhale as we push. And then we're going to do it walking. So find yourself with over to the left side of the room, so you have a little bit of space to your right. We're going to turn to our right so that we're facing the direction we want to walk. We're going to bring our heels together so the toes are pointed outwards with the heels together. That's just going to start us off right so that as we start stepping, we always wind up with the back foot pointed out 45 degrees from where we're stepping. So the step goes like this. We bring one foot forward, doesn't matter which one. You're just going to touch the foot flat on the floor. You're going to stay back weighted on this one. So often we come forward and touch the heel. On this one, we touch the whole foot against the floor. We're staying back weighted. Now we're going to lift the front toes, turn them out, place them down at that 45-degree angle. So as the back foot comes up to become the front foot, what is now the back foot is already at 45. So again, we stay back weighted. We don't put any weight in that front foot. It's just sitting flat on the floor. This might stress your knee. You got to kind of bend the knee to get the foot down. So if you're really finding your knee stressed, you might be going too far forward with the foot, which causes you to have to sink more. So just take a much gentler step and stay more upright if your knee gets stressed. So again, the step is this. We lift the toes, turn them out, shift forward, back foot comes up, touch flat with the foot ahead of you, stay back weighted. Lift the toes, turn them out, shift forward, back foot comes up, touches, with no weight. Lift, turn, shift, touch with no weight. And when you want to turn around, what you're going to do is lift the front toes again, turn them in to face the back toes, lift the back toes, turn them out, and I should have turned you around without you having to take any extra steps. Usually I'll set this off to the side though, a little more. Okay, then you take your next step. Always back weighted. Landing back weighted. Turning around, we turn in, we turn out. Okay, so let's add the arms. So it's going to be the same motion we were just doing. And what you're going to remember is it's kind of simple. So whichever foot is forward, that's going to be the hand that's forward and lifting. Whichever foot is back, that you're back weighted in, that's going to be a hand that's close to the body and pressing downwards. So it's like this downwards pressing hand is rooting your weight down that leg, down that back leg. So we're going to lift the toes. As we turn those toes out, the hand can go out with them. So it kind of turns a little together. We turn the palms, roll the ball as we come up, step, Touch the foot lightly in front and press up and down with the hands. Again, winding up with the back foot being the downwards pressing hand, the front foot side being the lifting hand. So lift the toes, turn them out, turn the palms, roll the ball as we step. Touch the foot lightly and press up and down. Turn the toe out, turn the palms, roll the ball, shift, step up, touch lightly, and press. Ground down that back leg, lift through the crown. Think of the upper hand leg as lifting your crown, lower hand leg is grounding the tailbone. Turn around, we turn in, we turn out, and find ourselves at the front foot is again the lifting hand side. Bear splits the log. Very nice. Once you start to feel the movement become more natural, you can add your breath. So we're going to inhale again through the transition, rolling the ball, stepping. Exhale as we ground and press. Inhale, transition. Exhale, press. Just a few more rounds. Make that slow breath. Bear is all about getting grounded, feeling heavy. Feel that downwards pushing hand really sinking your tailbone, sinking your weight. And really slow breath, slow and deep. Slow movement. Like slow and heavy like the bear. Each step feeling like you could stand on one foot all day. Don't rush the step. Each step is a little exercise in balance. Come back to the center. We're going to pull down the sky. Nice inhale, lifting. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, lift. And you're just going to pass your mind through your body. Just using your hands to guide your attention through the body. You don't actually have to do anything other than just be aware of your body, one part after another. Head, neck, chest, abdomen, hips, thighs, calves, feet, earth. You don't even have to try to relax. You just pass the mind in this downward sinking motion. And it'll cause a sinking of the chi, a relaxation of tension, just from that active passing downwards through the body. Step it in, bamboo, feet together, hands over the dantian. Let yourself rock and sway. From here, just let the breath be natural. Let the movement be natural. We just relax the body. Let the energy move through us. The only really effort we make is to think of the top of the head as continuously lifting towards the sky. And everything else, we just relax. Soften and release. Like you were salt dissolving into water, you dissolve into the field of Qi. Let the Qi permeate into you. And don't try to make sense of the Qi, just let it be a mystery. The reason we call it mysticism. It's us making friends with the unknown, the mystery. Let yourself relax into it. Okay, shift your weight to one foot, step out with the other, and circle the belly. And a few slow, deep breaths. Diaphragm in the hands, massaging the organs of the belly. Don't try to make anything special happen. Just be aware of this area, aware of the hands, aware of the breath. Center, take a deep breath in. Let a big sigh out. Very good. Give it a little intuitive stretch or massage. If you have a few minutes, just 5 minutes or so, get comfy for meditation. Try to wrap this up by the end of the hour. I like to do it seated often. You can join me laying on the floor if your back's hurting you or just want to relax more deeply. You can do it seated on the floor too. Not sure why this looks so dark today. Weird. Anyways. Once you find yourself comfortable, try to find a nice long spine. Close your lips, breathe through your nose. Touch your tongue against the roof of the mouth. We're going to keep working on this earth phase of Qi that relates to digestion. It also can relate to feelings of self-esteem, feelings of centeredness, feeling connected to your gut instincts, your inner knowing of what's right for you. Sometimes if you feel like a people pleaser, it's good to connect to this center, to connect to what you need. So all we're going to do is bring our attention to the upper abdomen, that space between the triangle of the rib cage and sternum, the area of your abdomen basically above your navel but below your sternum. And you can even bring a hand there. It's a little optional, but the hand can help you just become aware of the feeling of breath here, which we're just going to let be as natural as possible. Breathing through the nose, lips closed, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Just allow some natural breathing to take place. Start to notice whatever portion of that breath, whatever movement from that breath starts to show up here at the solar plexus area. Don't try to force any breath here. We're going to invite the breath here by just holding the attention here and relaxing around this area. Relaxing any tension around the abdominal muscles or the muscles between the ribs here. Even relaxing the mid-back behind this area. I feel as though that relaxation is making more space for those inhales to move into this area and massage liver and stomach, kidneys, intestines. Pretty much most of your organs actually overlap here. So very nice organ massage when we breathe here. Just invite the breath in through relaxation. Just a minute or so more. Just keep bringing the attention here. Let the attention guide more movement of the breath, more relaxation of the region. And gradually, this might unfold as something like Qi developing here. Sometimes there's a feeling of centeredness. Sometimes there's a feeling of inner balance, or just a warmth here. Slide that hand down below the navel. You can fold both hands there. We'll just pause for just 3 or 4 breaths, moving the attention down to the lower dantian in the same manner. We'll connect both of these areas with a big circle of the belly. Center below the navel. Take a deep breath in. And let it go with a sigh. Very nice. Again, feel free to intuitively stretch or twist or massage. Or even just hold the hands over an area of the body that needs a little healing. Very nice. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for joining me. Fun way to spend a Saturday morning in my case. Claudia says, first time live, Nick, been doing Qigong since 2008. You always make me aware of Qi in a new way. Thanks for helping me be a better teacher. Oh, thanks, Claudia. Thanks, Lara. Thanks, Claire. Earth Wanderer says, I got blood pressure problems doing 1,000 illnesses, starting to black out. Any suggestions? Yeah, sometimes if your blood pressure is a little low, it can be hard to put your head below your heart and then come back up. So that one, you might just do the top portion of that, to lean back and then come up and shake. You lean back, come up and shake, and you might just skip the forward fold if you're getting lightheaded. Thanks, Janet. Thank you, everybody. Tomorrow at the same time, so 9 a.m. Pacific, noon New York, I'm doing another Ask Me Anything for my Qigong teacher training. So if you have questions about the training or just want to hear me talk about it because you're on the fence, then you can come to that. It's just going to be on YouTube Live here. Sorry, my nose is all stuffy today. I'm sniffing the whole class. Thanks, Evid. Hope your arm's doing better. Thanks, Heidi. Thanks, Christy. Thanks, Earth Wanderer. Thanks, Karen. Freya says, love the bit of meditation at the end. Thanks for making the morning way better. You're welcome. Yeah, it's nice with the meditation at the end, huh? Qigong is such good meditation preparation. I always feel like if I meditate after Qigong, I really enjoy meditating. I'm just like, this is so nice. I'm just sitting in the Qi. But if you try to meditate first, or if I try to meditate first, I'll be like, wow, my body is really uncomfortable. My thoughts are racing. This isn't fun, but maybe it'll be fun in like 10 minutes after I've done it. But definitely the easy way to start with Qigong. So if anybody is curious about my teacher training, which starts actually next Sunday, so that'll be a great way to dive deeper if you're really into Qigong, or maybe if you want to share it with other people, or even start a business out of it. Great way to go deeper. You can there's just a link below in the description here on YouTube. And it's just my website. You go to nicklawfrey.com. Actually, I just bought a new website name, nickofchi.com, just because that was my TikTok name. I didn't want people on TikTok to have to remember how to spell my last name, so I just bought nickofchi.com. So if you ever forget my last name, that's how you find my website. But you can find lots more info on the teacher training there. It is one on the more affordable end as far as teacher training certifications go, and even has payment plans. So you can you can spread it out over 3, 6, or 12 months. So what else do I got going on? Oh, I just I can't remember if I told you guys I got a contract going on with YMAA, which is the world's biggest DVD publisher of like Eastern arts kind of stuff. One of the few people who still makes DVDs, actually, and they're kind of at the top of the DVD market in general, just because everybody stopped making DVDs except them, basically. But I guess they found me on YouTube, so they want me to make an e-course for them. They're talking about repurposing some of my YouTube videos as like DVDs with them. So you might wind up, a few of your favorite YouTube videos might wind up being something you got to go over to them and purchase a download or something. But it'll be affordable, and it'll be just be a handful of my YouTube videos. So, which I'm making lots of new ones actually. Oh, tomorrow morning, you're gonna see, or might not be morning where you live, but tomorrow at pretty early in the morning here in America, got a new video coming out, a new version of the swimming dragon routine. So that's one of my most popular videos, but I filmed it with my iPhone. So I was never like super happy with it because I got a bunch of better camera equipment like right after. So I've got a new one coming out that's like really nicely filmed, and I think a little bit better routine as well. So that's going to launch tomorrow. Really, really happy with how it turned out film wise, and obviously did it next to a river, so that looked like a swimming dragon. I even wore this dragon shirt. So that's a nice routine. That'll be out tomorrow. So you'll watch that before the AMA. Other than that, oh yeah, I have this little course coming out soon for so I'm calling it the Brain Reset. It's like a 7-day brain reset program. You can see I started doing it here. I've been just hitting myself in my head with my dog's mouth. That's how you reset your brain. No, I'm joking. I was wrestling with the dog, and he went to pretend to bite me, but my head was moving towards him at the same time, so his tooth got me here. But anyways, so this program has nothing to do with your dog biting you, but it's like nutrition and some biohacking and some Qigong and stuff that you can do to reset your brain, which I'm making basically for my TikTok audience, because they are all following me for like mental health stuff more than Qigong stuff. So making just a little cheap 7-day course. That'll come out maybe a week or two after the teacher training starts. I was trying to get it going a little earlier, but I got to kind of focus on prepping for this teacher training program. So should see that in a couple of weeks. That'll be really fun. People are always asking me what I eat, so don't be offended when you see what I eat, because I know food can be like politics, and like as soon as people know what your food philosophy is or your political philosophy is, they're like, oh, I can't do Qigong with him anymore because he has a different dietary philosophy that I don't believe in. And it's like, okay, just don't worry about what I eat then. Just do the Qigong, all right? But so yeah, if you don't want to ruin your opinion of me, don't look at any of my food stuff. But if you're like, feel like you're able to do that without totally having my image shattered in your mind, then feel free to download that course when it comes out. Anyways, I'm going to jump off. So fun to have you guys. See, there's still 23 of you watching, which is my lucky number. I think a lot of people's lucky number. There's a long story behind that I won't share. But anyways, next class is Monday evening in America and morning in Australia, or west of Australia. If you're in Europe, it'll be the middle of the night. So maybe if you're in Europe, we'll see you Tuesday, where we have the American morning class. Oh, actually, no, sorry. There's no class on Monday. It's Labor Day. So I'm going on a whitewater rafting adventure. So that'll be fun. But I'll see you guys Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. All right. See you then. Ciao.